like, let's all go out and celebrate. I'm not confirming what Josh Altman's response was. You can ask him that, but
He's got a pretty dirty tongue, that guy. He's got a pretty dirty tongue. It takes you back. Yeah, it takes you the few times that I've hung with him at like a Bravo event or something. He's got a pretty razor sharp tongue, and it takes me back a little bit.
So I'm happy that Fredrik is no longer gracing the LA whatever, and then selling our own show. What's the Bravo $1 million listing? I'm glad he's not on it anymore, but selling Sunset
is Netflix.
I don't really see them as much. I saw the oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. That's really bad. So we can move
Christine
on.
Or Chriselle. Well, I guess you're not you weren't a Fredrik fan then, is what you're saying.
I used to be, but I'm not anymore because, you know, it's a small world. And I think that there were things that I just thought, you know, not, you know, just in the professional world or in the private world, I'll just keep my mouth zipped.
You can keep it zipped. And it sounds like Josh Altman agreed with you anyway. So there you go.
Does it? Cheers, Dave.
Cheers to you. Tommy, when you met MJ, were you aware of like what Shahs was? Did you watch Shahs? I mean, you don't strike me as sitting around and watching a ton of reality TV.
No, and something that we discussed on our podcast, you know, because everybody just sees her and they associate with her. One of my best friends growing up in life was Jamie Sanakai, who was Lamar Odom's. He was on Chloe and Lamar. So I was there for all that. You know what I mean? Like I saw all that firsthand. And you know, he didn't really have a lot going on, so he spiraled into more drugs because that was kind of like, you know, what his thing was on the show. So like he leaned into it, and you know,
so his experience
was all bad. With so
reality like, prior to me was not a positive first impression.
And when when she and I met, he and I had a falling out. Lamar and I had a falling out. You know, I literally just took a bed full of shit, left all my furniture, all my stuff, we lived together. And I was like, I'm out.
I think it was because you were choosing sobriety.
Yeah, no, I just couldn't watch the kid kill himself, dude. I couldn't do it. And there was nothing I could do to stop it. You know what I mean?
And Tommy got really, really healthy and lost weight, and like we met.
But fast forward, she and I met, and half the time I would, you know, unload that about reality. Like I came reality television.
Oh, at this point, he doesn't
I have
even
no
know
idea. You know what I mean?
We're on hiatus and we're dating, and he's like at my house. We're together all the time. And he is talking, when you say you're unloading, this is before he knows.
Yeah, we were just, like I said, we were just shacked up. In about 4 months,
we're going to start camera.
Yeah, there was no, you know, we didn't go out of the house. You know what I mean? I go to work, I come home, we fuck. I go to work, we come home, we fuck. That was pretty much all we did every day, you know? So there was no reason for us to leave our, you know, fuck cocoon. You know what I mean? And when
you were newly dating.
Yeah, so like we call it September. We didn't go out, venture out till December. We were going to a party with a bunch of friends for Christmas, and she was like, "Oh, I gotta tell you something, man. I'm on a reality show and blah blah blah." And by that point in time, I was already, you know what I mean. I was like, she and I were already peas and carrots. You know what I mean?
I remember this friend of yours from Chloe and Lamar. I know exactly who you were talking about.
Yeah.
What was hanging?
High school together, you know what I mean?
Like if you know what's so funny? His friend Jamie and him had a picture at a fashion show sitting together in those white wooden chairs in the front row. And when I swiped on his picture on Tinder, it was not just him, but it was him and Jamie. And they both kind of looked similar. So you had to like make sure that you swipe to the next one to make sure you know which one was picked. But like it was such a good picture.
And it planted a little seed of her, you know, of credibility with her.
No, I didn't
again, but you know, you not know him, but you know him enough to say, all right, at least you know he's not a freak.
No. He thinks that I knew who Jamie was. I didn't.
Yeah, okay.
No, it was a really nice photo of him. He looked like dignified, which he's not.
Very uncouth.
And he looked really like a Ralph Lauren when they do those denim ads. He looked really cute in that one picture. The other ones were such trash pictures. I would have never ever like.
See,
Forever, but here we are with a baby and married.
But
I don't like when someone puts that. I hate when that first picture is two people. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, yeah, you have to swipe just like what you're saying, but why?
Yeah.
And
But
at
like,
least
if-
you and Jamie look alike. Normally, I swear to you, every time it's two people on the first picture, I'm like, it is not the more attractive one once I swipe. Let me just put my money on this, and it never is.
Yourself, right?
Yeah.
You don't do that to yourself. But yeah, Jamie took him to that fashion show. They took a picture. Even though Jamie's no longer with us, and Tommy always says, I wish he was here. I miss him every day. I wish he met you. I wish he met our son. And I was like, you know what though? Without Jamie, we wouldn't have been together, because I would have never picked him if for not that for that fashion show party that he ended up going with Jamie to because of, and here we are.
It takes a while. Magellan, bro. You know what I'm saying? Circumnavigates
You know
the
what I
globe
mean.
in a conversation before
I'm
you
just
get
saying,
to a point.
the breadcrumbs.
It
Yeah.
was the fashion show. It wasn't Jamie from Chloe and Lamar. So even though, but what was it like hanging out with Chloe? Did you hang out with Chloe?
A couple of times. She was a real nice girl, man. She was trying her best to be a good wife. In all sense of the words, you know what I mean? She was trying her best to be a good wife, a good homemaker, and Lamar was, you know what I mean? Lamar's Lamar, and it just, like I said, it was a combustible situation.
Yeah.
Could you
Well,
tell? I mean, you guys are a happily married couple. Could you tell this marriage?
Any of them enough to have an opinion on any of them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't, and I don't want to be like someone like that it's thirsty like that. I spent 10 seconds with fucking Chloe Kardashian. I can tell you what her innermost thoughts and feelings are. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? A couple of times I hung out, she was a lady with me. She was nice. She butted heads with Jamie, which was obvious. She butted heads with, Lamar had a bunch of hangers on. You know what I mean? First thing she did when she came into the situation was trim the fat and get rid of a lot of people.
As you would imagine that you have to, like, if I were to meet a brand new guy, like, and obviously Lamar on his own ended up getting himself in trouble. But like when you're a woman in that position and this entourage comes and you feel like your husband is partying, you're trying to be like, wait, who's the bad seed?
No, it wasn't even the partying aspect. It's just, he's paying rent for fucking 20 people. That's not gonna work for her. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? So
it's crazy that when like you have to meet somebody that you have to inherit everything that comes with them. Like you and I, by the time that we went back to New York and I met all of his